Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today we're going to be proposing a trade for the Houston Rockets and the Milwaukee Bucks. That was proposed by a news website for the Houston Rockets called Space City Scoop. They're the ones that proposed this trade between the Houston Rockets and the Milwaukee Bucks, and it is a deal that would send Kevin Porter Jr. and Jae'Sean Tate to the Milwaukee Bucks. Kevin Porter Jr., who averaged 19 points per game for the Rockets last season, and Jae'Sean Tate, who averaged 9 points per game with 4 rebounds per game. And the Houston Rockets would acquire championship forward Bobby Portis, who still has 3 years left on his contract, and is a versatile big as well, and had a really solid season with the Milwaukee Bucks last year, and is a great defender and a solid three-point shooter. And then speaking of good three-point shooter, the Rockets would also receive Grayson Allen, who is an expiring contract. Would only have him for 1 season, but he is a great three-point shooter and a very aggressive defender. And some people don't like him, but he's an aggressive defender and a good movement shooter. And the Houston Rockets would also receive a first-round pick in this trade, a 2028 first-round pick that is top 5 protected. If you're the Rockets, you pull the trigger on this trade, getting Bobby Portis and Grayson Allen and a first-round pick that is top 5 protected for KPJ and Jae'Sean Tate. When Jae'Sean Tate might not play a lot going into this season with so much depth at that with that forward position, with having Tari Eason and Cam Whitmore as the backup forwards. Where in the case for Bobby Portis, if he gets acquired by Houston, you can put him at that backup 5 if you wanted to. Obviously, what's going to happen to Jock Landale if Bobby Portis plays the backup 5? But he's tall. He's 6'10". He's played the backup big and started a couple of times at center for the Bucks when they've been without Giannis or Brook Lopez. And he's been really solid at that 5 position. He's played mainly the 4, but he's played the center position from time to time for the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's go over Bobby Portis and Grayson Allen stats. Bobby Portis this season averaged 14 points per game this season with 10 rebounds per game, with 2 assists per game as well, 37% three-point shooting, 50% field goal shooting, and 77% free throw shooting, while Grayson Allen averaged 10 points per game, 10.5 points per game, with 3.5 rebounds per game, 2.5 assists per game, and 40% three-point shooting, 44% field goal shooting, and 91% free throw shooting. While here are Kevin Porter Jr. and Jae'Sean Tate stats from this past season. Kevin Porter Jr., 19 points per game, was second in scoring for the Houston Rockets, but this season for the Houston Rockets, they have a better team, and his minutes and his points per game will go down. His numbers will go down. I don't know if his numbers will go that much down if he joins the Milwaukee Bucks, though. He also averaged 5.5 rebounds per game and 6 rebounds per game, and his field goal percentage was 44%. Then Jae'Sean Tate, who did not play that much this last season, dealt with a lot of injury problems, did average 9 points per game and 4 rebounds per game and 3 rebounds per game with 48% field goal shooting. So really, really solid season by Jae'Sean Tate when he was out there, and he's a really good defender. So you trade good defenders for a good defender for a good defender, and you also get a first-round pick, and you trade a good shooter and a little. KPJ is a better scorer, and KPJ is a better scorer than Grayson Allen is, but Grayson Allen is a better three-point shooter, and you trade a good shooter for a good shooter with KPJ and Grayson Allen. And you also get a top 5 protected first-round pick in 2028. If I'm the Houston Rockets and that deal gets offered to you, which it for sure wouldn't, I think this article, the Space City article that they did, it's not going to happen. There's no way the Bucks would let go of Bobby Portis. And not only Bobby Portis, but let go of Grayson Allen as well. I could see the Bucks trying to trade Grayson Allen. I wouldn't be surprised if they would try to move Grayson Allen, especially with his contract expiring. But to give up Bobby Portis, who is a key player for their bench rotation and sometimes is a starter and is a great defender, is a good three-point shooter, and he's sometimes is their center, mostly is the power forward, and averaged a double-double last season for the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't think it would take a lot to give him up. And you're giving up a good scorer who almost averaged 20 points per game. You're giving up a forward who's a good defender and averaged 9, 4, and 3 last season. But I don't know if that's enough for a good player in Grayson Allen who averaged over 10 points per game. Is an expiring contract, though, and then Bobby Portis. And then also have to give up a first-round pick. I don't think there's any way the Milwaukee Bucks do that deal, but it's fun to talk about. You guys let me know your thoughts on the potential trade for the Houston Rockets. Let me know in the comment section, do you think the Rockets should try to do this deal with the Milwaukee Bucks or not? I would like to keep the team we have going on right now, but honestly, if you add in Bobby Portis and Grayson Allen and get rid of Kevin Porter Jr. and Jayshawn Tate, here's how I feel. This Rockets team is way better than they would be with their current roster. You keep KPJ and Jayshawn Tate, Rockets will be solid. They'll be a good team, and they'll probably win in the area of 35 to 40 something games this season, early 40s. They'll win around 35 to 42 games this season. But you add in Bobby Portis and Grayson Allen, and take out KPJ and Jayshawn Tate. I think this Houston Rockets team wins 40 to 47 games this season. Call me crazy, but I think Bobby Portis and Grayson Allen would make a huge impact for this Rockets team, and adding them in with everybody else. This defense would be way better than it already is, which our defense is going to be very good, and especially with Ime Udoka being the head coach and some of the defenders we have like Dylan Brooks, Fred VanVleet, Amen Thompson, and others. But you guys let me know your thoughts on the potential trade for the Rockets. That's for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out. Go Rockets.